Hi, it's Mark. I just have a few minutes this morning. I want to record this while it's hot, while it's on my mind. And it's not about something that just flitted into my mind today and will flit out today, but communicating it to others is something I don't want to lose that opportunity. Every morning I have a task I perform. I have a file folder. It's full of notes and pieces of paper and some cards and a reminder to read some things every morning. Every morning, as a ritual. It includes a pad of paper where I write out my daily affirmations, something that's part of habit building. You notice something's a habit, you want to make it a better habit, you want to ingrain it in that part of your brain that requires that repetition. Well, that's what I do as part of the morning ritual. But before I do that, there's some reading I do. And I'm not going to read all those things to this audience, because what you would read every day as a habit-making ritual should be personal to everyone. It should be your own little mantra or mission, whether it's short or long, but to take a few minutes every day to do some things. I mean, and the first piece of paper in mine every morning is this one. I hope it shows up. It says, never miss twice. It's a do it every day thing. And sometimes you miss because we're all busy and sometimes it's hard to juggle. But for me, it's somewhere in that 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. time frame is when I try to do that, usually before or after the coffee, before or after the newspapers, but before I plunge into the wormholes of activity that unfold in a day. So I've got several pieces of paper that I'm going to read from this morning. And the first one is, what is nobody doing I should be doing? I'm in a competitive business. We're all doing the same things. But what am I doing that someone else isn't doing? It doesn't mean I rush off and do something new every day. But it's a reminder to myself that there are things that could be my niche, whether it's in writing or publishing or real estate or consulting or your work in whatever field you're in. Sort of, rather than competing with everybody for the large volume and the best customers, what are the smartest things that we're really unique and distinguished to do, where we can be a really unique resource for someone? It might be a one-off, it might be something we repeat again and again and again. But if there's a niche that you're an expert in, and that you're keen to get involved in it, it really interests you as well as you're capable. And maybe no one else is in that niche, or very few. Combine that with a work ethic of doing really excellent work. And you can own that niche. It may not be huge volume for all your competitors, but it might be huge volume for you in terms of relationships and income and opportunities, because it's not a niche that everybody wants to be in, but it's your niche. It's one you want to be in. Another thing I read on a regular basis is, if this won't matter ever, why are you doing it? And we do a lot of things that seem to matter because they're on our list of things to do or our pile of work. But do they really matter? Do they matter at all? And if they don't, well, then why are we doing it? But if they matter to us, we have to decide, what are the things that matter enough to be part of our work regimen or our career or our passions, and what are superfluous, still of interest, but further down the list of priorities. And here's my other reminder that goes on that same piece of paper. If you're doing it, are you doing it the best way to produce the best results? Are you learning and growing every day? And hopefully we are. Hopefully we are. Some other quickies here. The best properties are rarely for sale. Well, in my business, in the real estate business, that's often the case. Somebody wants something and we look at what's available as opposed to sitting with our client and figuring out, well, what do they really need? What do they really want? Is it out there? And I deal in commercial real estate a lot, residential as well, but there's something we want. Just because it doesn't have a for sale sign on it doesn't mean it's not for sale. And just because we don't have all the details, maybe we can find them. So let's figure out what we really want and go get it. Another one that's always a nice reminder, the best employees are rarely job hunting. The best clients are rarely shopping. Now that might mean that they don't have a need today, or it might be that they're currently being served by someone else. But for the best clients, just because they don't have a need today doesn't mean we shouldn't cultivate relationships with people who would be the best clients. The best option is usually off the market. Most people think this means you can't have it. I guess that sort of underscores what I just said. What it really means is you have to go find it and sell yourself. And I think that's true every day. I try to ask these questions. What is it for? What kind of change can I bring to add value? The bottleneck to achieving results is simply making the time to do the work. You're capable of exercising, but are you making the time? That's a reminder to me, but it might be fitting for others. I'm capable of exercising every day, but am I making the time to do it? You're capable of writing, but are you making the time? Well, I'm a writer and I'm capable, but it's hard sometimes to find the time, but it needs to be a habit. For me, that's first thing in the morning before I do these morning readings. And you're capable of reading, but are you making the time? And I think that's a really interesting one. You may have also read what I have about Warren Buffett. He spends most of his day reading. You think he's out there managing. He's not. He's an investment guru. He's in the right place at the right time, and he's getting out of the right places at the right time because he's really well informed. So we all need to make a little more time every day to read. And the thing I read every morning is my little file, my little ritual file, my daily affirmations to write, which I'll do after I sign off of this. So that's my morning message for you today. Whether you watch it today or some other day, it's a reminder to myself and to you that having a daily ritual of things that reaffirm what we're doing and why we're doing it and who we're doing it for is a really important reminder that we all deserve. It helps ground us and settle us and launch us for the day. There's more, and I'll do another episode of this another day. That's it for now. I'm going to wrap up. I'm Mark Kolke. Have a great day.